So we just parked up there, and man, we stood in line for like an hour. Long line just to pay for parking. You gotta go to this little kiosk thing, type your license plate and crap in. 20 bucks. But it sure is pretty here. So now every shuttle bus that stops says they're full. So we're walking to the entrance of Zion up here. I was just trying to see, is that bird poop or somebody been tweaking his nipple? That's disgusting either way. Well, we made it to the last stop. Got off the shuttle. Now we gotta walk to the Narrows down the canyon. It'll feel good, actually. It's not as cold as I thought, the way everybody was talking. See, after a bit, this canyon is going to narrow so much that it's water wall to wall. That's the Narrows. You're not bite my finger. Okay, now I'm going to add in some after-the-fact narration, because when we got down to the Narrows at the end of the trail, I was shocked at the number of people. I couldn't believe it. Last time we were here, there were just a handful of people, and you had the canyon to yourself. So, you know what the deal was is when I planned this vacation, I had a calendar that didn't have the holidays on it. I didn't even think about Labor Day, and I just scheduled everything, made all my reservations. And my wife pointed out that we were at Zion, going to be in the Narrows on Labor Day, and I'm like, well, we got to live with it. I've made the reservations, but I thought they would be like 10 times the normal number of people here, but there was more like 1,000 times the number of normal people in this canyon. And but anyway, the reason you hike the Narrows is, you know, it gets narrow down here and the water goes wall to wall. And it's just a pretty cool place. But anyway, I just kind of because there were so many people, I didn't speak or anything. I just kind of let the camera run, and I hiked maybe a half a mile up the Narrows, and just kind of let the camera run. And I've chopped a lot of it out, so you don't have to watch it all to shorten it down. And but there are a couple of cool spots here I'd like to point out when you get to them. Now, it's pretty rough walking in this water. That's why everybody's carrying sticks. There's 3 reasons you carry a stick. You carry a stick to find where the rocks are. There's rocks under this water. There's some rocks the size of baseballs, some the size of softballs. There's rocks the size of footballs, and there's big rocks in some places the size of like watermelons, big boulders, and that's what you're walking on. So it's really hard walking in that water. Well, you can see all the boulders laying around. That's what's under the water, but you can't see it. You can trip over some of these big rocks. That's why you have a stick. That's reason number 1. The stick is so you can feel for rocks, and the stick is also, sometimes there's a hole. It can suddenly go 4 feet deep, which happened to me a couple of times. I got my wallet wet. I wasn't expecting that. But anyway, that's reason number 2, to feel for the holes. And the reason number 3 is everybody's got a stick, so you got to have a stick. I mean, come on, everybody's got a stick, so you got to have a stick. You know, and I had a pretty cool stick. You'll see it in certain places later in the video when we're walking on the main trail. It's a stick I found, and I sanded it, I varnished it. It's got knot holes. It's a really nice stick. I put like 20 coats of varnish on it so that it's really shiny, and it's a nice stick. And I like it because I made it myself. Right there on the right, you see the hanging gardens, the green stuff hanging off the walls. That's what they call the hanging gardens. Wherever water comes down, some green stuff grows off the walls here. And so anyway, it's just hiking and hiking through this water. I was expecting to be all alone though. Trina was going to do this with me when we would have time to be careful and go slow because she's got a bad knee. But when she's seen all these people, she said, I'm not going up there. And so I thought I'd do it just to get my video. But here you can see how the walls come together so close. There's just water to water. And it's very slow going because it's hard to walk in that water. So anyhow, you know, it's pretty neat. I just didn't expect all these people. This would be a great video for the people that like to just people watch. You know, you can watch all the people on here. And I probably, this video is not what it would have been. I was planning to be a canyon with no people in it, and I would have shot more like it's a canyon and the walls, and I would have gone a lot farther. You can go a lot farther. The canyon splits into two different directions. There's a side canyon with a waterfall, and but I just didn't want to. And Trina wasn't with me, so I didn't do the whole thing. Now right here, I had gone around that rock because there was a log jam of people, but then it got 4 feet deep. This is where I got my wallet right here, and there was big boulders, so I made a mistake. I should have went to the left the way everybody else went, but I kind of got messed up here, got wet, got everything in my wallet wet, and but you can see how long it's taking me to get around. I would have been better off staying in line with all the people. And right there to the right, there's a waterfall coming down the side. I'm going to get a shot of it here in just a second, as soon as I get over to it. Right here. Those, you can see the boulders down there. It's the same kind of boulders as under the water. But here you get a really good shot of how tall this canyon is, how tall the walls are. And then that's about it. This is where I turn around. I decide to head back out. Now, after this, because of all these people, which I expected a lot of people, but I did not expect this. But after this, we leave Zion. We drive about 20 miles to Virgin, Utah, and we take a road that's 60 miles long that goes back into Zion, but up in the high country. And where you're way up in the mountains. And it ends up at a lake that's way, way at the top of the mountains in Zion. And that's the next video. And there were no people, and there was plenty of nice views and lots of, pretty scenery. And we got some other good videos coming. I think we got one coming real shortly where we go to a ghost town where we encounter a real ghost. I don't believe in ghosts, but I can't explain what happens. You'll have to watch the video. It's coming. We went to about 6 or 7 different ghost towns on this trip, and those are coming. And then there's some cool stuff. Titus Canyon in Death Valley. It's the back road into Death Valley nobody knows about. It takes all day to do, but it's been declared by National Geographic the most scenic, most adventurous road in America, and you'll see why when you see it. It's a one-lane road that is just, it's incredible. And then the lava tubes that we went to out in the desert, Mojave Desert, there's lava tubes out in the middle of the desert that were the best outstanding lava tubes I've ever seen. If you like going caves and lava tubes.
I stepped right there.
Oh, I'm telling you.
There I got married. Okay.
I was warning this fellow with the kid, don't step there, it got deep. And now we're just about back. Back on dry land now. A little easier walking. That was kind of rough in that water. Oh, and that water's cold too, because that's glacier water. That's coming from up high country. It's glacier water, and it's cold. It's usually a little more clear too. But there's so many people walking around in it, they got it all muddied up. So this is back at the entrance. We're about to hit back on the trail here in just a second. We'll be getting out of here as soon as we get through all the people. And if you didn't bring a stick, usually right around this spot right here where the stairs are, there's usually sticks. People leave their sticks right there. You can usually find a stick if you didn't bring one. I think some of them sticks get used over and over and over and over. People just leave them for the next person. And you know, I like kind of hefty women. I had to. I'm sorry, I had to get this shot. I like kind of bigger women. It's my preference. Anyway, there's a squirrel hanging on the side of the canyon, right above the water. And that's about it for my narration. We're heading out of the canyon now, and just a few shots, last shots here as we go out. It's about a mile hike from the. There's like 8 or 9 viewpoint or shuttle stops on your way in. Now, the last time we were here, we did all the shuttle stops and did all the little side hikes, and there's plenty of other stuff to see besides the Narrows. But we took the entire day, and by the time we got to the Narrows, it was getting dark. So that's why we came just to do the Narrows this trip. But it's the last shuttle stop because the road does not go up into this part of the canyon, and you have to walk this trail. And but I really did not expect the people that were here today for Labor Day. I didn't know it was going to be Labor Day, actually. So anyhow, I'm going to stop narrating now. Well, right here, these people were taking a picture. We stopped for a second, and then people piled up. My wife took off when she said, go, go, go. And now I'm trying to, it's like a car trying to get on the freeway. I got to wait till there's an opening.
Never any creative people. Never any creative people.
All right, well, we'll see y'all in the next video. I'll go back to talking in the next video. I just didn't want to talk in front of all these people. There were so many people, so much noise. I decided I'm just going to shoot the film and I'll narrate later, which is what I did. And so we'll catch y'all in the next video. It's high country, and then we got some other stuff coming. Snow Canyon. There's a ghost town coming real soon, and then the Valley of Fire, and then we get down into the Mojave in the Southern California.